Hey KU fans, welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse, site of tonight's 84-68 victory by number 2 Kansas over Vermont. With my main man, Benton Smith, Stretch, Mr. Celtic, Big Red.
Literally the only person who calls me that.
Any
ever.
of those.
Yeah.
Right, Bentonian though.
That I've heard.
Your father.
Yep, he started it. Nick Krug has carried on that strong tradition.
There you go, Bentonian.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, like I said, KU 84-68. The final score, don't let it fool you. I mean, this was a tough, tight, hard-fought game that really Vermont was controlling for the first, 15 of the first 20 minutes or so. I was impressed by their team. But I tell you what, I was even more impressed by the way what Vermont did and how they played got KU's attention, and then KU just turned that dial up, started competing harder, playing better, and ultimately built a big lead, and it was too much for Vermont.
Yeah, Vermont came out hitting their three-pointers, and that was a big part of their early start. KU getting in that hole. KU wasn't doing a great job of defending them outside, not really respecting those shots.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Some of it was that Vermont did a great job of kind of putting Udoka in positions where he wasn't comfortable, sometimes on the perimeter, sometimes off of a pick and roll where he lost his man.
Right.
They were just kind of quicker. And I mean, I think also talked a little bit after the game, like, they played Udoka a ton tonight because he wasn't in foul trouble, but they also weren't comfortable enough with other bigs and kind of what they could do maybe from a footwork standpoint to defend Vermont. So it's kind of a tough matchup, and I think that had a lot to do with how close it was for most of the game.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Whatever Vermont did to make Doak uncomfortable, he returned the favor.
On the other end,
These guys threw the ball inside to him 400 times tonight, and I don't know how many of them he caught, but he caught a lot. He had 10 field goals, he had 8 dunks, 23 points. On a night when Vick goes off for 32 points and 8 3-pointers, doesn't miss from outside, a 23-point, 11 rebound game from Udoka was a little bit overshadowed. But I thought he was darn near as good as Vick was.
Yeah, and I think the Vermont players will remember how good Udoka was because they're going to have the bruises to show for just the way they bounced off of him. But when he would catch the ball and turn, just shed one of them. Like he was like a tiny child trying to climb Mount Udoka.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Turn and score.
He missed a couple close ones too.
Yeah,
I mean, he was pretty close to a career high for himself. I mean, just 3 points off, and if a couple of those fall that just rolled off or just missed the mark, I mean, he's talking about a career high too. That's a junior and a senior doing all the damage tonight, or most of the damage. And what's so cool about that, and you kind of wrote about this at the end of your column, what's so cool about that is the other night in Indianapolis, it was 2 freshmen in the backcourt doing the damage. And Grimes told you after this, you kind of have to prepare for all of us, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what they're hoping that this team will become.
Right.
Because obviously Michigan State didn't know a lot about Quentin Grimes or Devon Dotson a week ago.
Right.
And they kind of introduced themselves to all of college basketball at the Champions Classic. And then Vermont comes in here. Maybe they're kind of worried about the 2 freshmen, but Vick, unstoppable.
Yeah.
And then Udoka, a different kind of unstoppable inside.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the Vermont coach, John Becker, just flat out said, Lagerald was great. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap to him. Bill Self pointed out, hey, Lagerald may never make 8 in a game again. He probably won't. I mean, look, it's only been done 3 times at Kansas. Other than that, Billy Thomas did it. Who was the other one? Mario Chalmers, you might have heard of him. I think it was against Texas. And then downtown Terry Brown hit 11 one game back in '91. So that's only been done 3 times. Now 4. An incredible night for Vick. All of his shots pure. All of them good shots, rhythm. They hit nothing but net. It was cool to see that because this is a guy who almost wasn't here this year. Right? And how much did they need him tonight?
Definitely needed him, especially because Diedrich Lawson really
no-showed.
Yeah, that's what Self said afterward. Like, he just was not himself at all.
They almost, it's like they switched places.
That's true.
Because Vick no-showed in Indy, and then he did this tonight, and Lawson was great in Indy, and he kind of laid it dud tonight. So it is still very much a work in progress with this team. But it's good pieces to have. It's a good puzzle to put together, and if you're Bill Self, you gotta love all the individual stuff, if they ever get it all clicking, they can't all go for career highs every night, but if they all get it clicking, you can see just how dangerous this team will be. Any final thoughts?
I wondered, like, with that slow start tonight, does the Kansas team go through that if it has someone like Devontae Graham,
right,
who's like a leader and like knows, like, yeah, we played Michigan State last week, but that doesn't matter. This Vermont team is legit.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if this team has that voice yet. Obviously, the coaches will talk about that. Sometimes it carries more weight when you hear it from a teammate, a veteran.
I don't know if they do. Right. I don't know if they do, and you can't. The young guys can't do it because they're too young. And maybe down the road later in the season, but right now they can't. But you can do it with your play. You can do it by example, and that's exactly what Udoka and Lagerald Vick did tonight. They just weren't going to let them lose, and it was a pretty impressive performance by both. So KU's 2-0, even though they fell out of the top spot. They look pretty good as a number 2 team in the country too. They'll be back here Friday night, so will we. Louisiana coming in. We'll see you guys then for another episode of KU Sports Extra. Check out all our coverage at KUsports.com. For Benton Smith, Bentonian, the big fella, Stretch, I'm Matt Tate. Thanks for checking out KU Sports Extra. We'll talk to you guys again soon.